computer. Okay, and we have a couple more that just came on board, so I'm happy you guys joined us. And we were just talking about last week, Juanita, we went through a whole thing about quinoa.
Sorry, I touched my phone.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
knock it off.
All right.
So quinoa, I was really excited to hear this time about how, okay, I like, Michelle, what you did, but did you have it after when your fruit digested in the morning, you had your latte and then you did your quinoa, or what did you?
No, I did it. I still ate my like eggs and veggies in the morning. So it was probably like, a couple hours later when I felt like I wanted something, I would have the quinoa and the nuts and cinnamon.
Barbara Lobbs, I just saw you, babe.
Hey, Jackie.
Good to see your face for once.
Yeah, you too.
So, Michelle, try having the large bowl of quinoa after your latte.
Is it a protein?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Can I give her a quick synopsis?
You certainly can. I mean, that's up to
So-
Jackie.
Juanita, I always thought it was a grain, which is why I didn't eat it for over 2 years, but it's a seed. And I did always know, even though I thought it was a grain, I did always know quinoa is a complete protein. So if you read that article, you'll see all the stuff about how it like has all of the essential amino acids, but it's also, high in fiber and this and that and the other thing. Oh my God, it's amazing. And the fact that we can have it on phase 1 is like the biggest thrill ever to me.
Yeah, see, I knew that because this is about habitual ritual, flush your fat for good. When you're in phase 1, it's boot camp. And to do a ritual, which means you get used to it. Do we ever think about when we wake up in the morning, we got to brush our teeth before we go to bed at night, we got to brush our teeth? Is it like, wait a minute, before I go to sleep tonight, I know I'm supposed to do something. We don't do that because it's such a ritual for us to brush our teeth. That's what phase 1 is all about, to be able to, and if you guys ever go into the VIP portion of our website, and anybody that gets the starter kit, the starter pack, they get a free month of the VIP, and they can go in and see all the interviews, the recipes, us cooking all the food. But we also do one where it is literally a video of what happens when we start our day. And we go, there's Dr. Vicky, myself, and Kathleen, and we start our day. And you can see us going from one thing to the next, and it's narrated. So you guys should look at that because you'll be laughing at us. But the thing is, it'll show you that it is a habitual ritual for what we do. However, it's not boring because you don't overeat, you don't undereat, but the foods that you eat are pretty magnificent. If you're eating the eggs, like the 3-egg omelet with the cheeses and the arugula and all the vegetables, that's extremely tasty, especially if you have some of the green salsa. Also, if you go into the quinoa fills you up. And if you have a large bowl of the quinoa with melted butter in it after your latte, you'd think, well, it plays tricks with your mind because you're thinking it's a grain and it'll digest in 2 hours, but you're amazed at how long the quinoa lasts for a good 4 hours, especially after your latte. So if it's quick, it's real quick. If you have the time to make the 3-egg omelet, or you're not in the mood for that, you do the goat yogurt and nuts, or you're not in the mood for that, the quinoa, you sit down to a nice hot bowl of what you think is a grain cereal, and it's not. So I wanted to find out from all of you guys, except for you, Juanita, because you blew it last week. But I want you to go back and watch that because that was really, I thought that was good. Didn't you guys think that was good? And then the article on there, if you just look at the article I posted, I mean, that's like, everybody thought they died and went to heaven. What? We can have this on phase 1? So if you have quinoa, you know, you're so full and it does so many things for your body at that time, especially a tremendous amount of energy. So, hey, Margie.
Hi.
Oh, look at you. You look like a little girl.
A little girl.
So, anyway, I wanted to see, so you put nuts and cinnamon in it, right, Michelle? What?
Yes.
Okay, Barbara, did you have quinoa?
I have yet to go to Costco, but I'm going to go this weekend.
Well, it's also at Sprouts and Trader Joe's.
Well, I tried doing it on my Sprout order yesterday, but apparently they were out. So,
It might have been for me.
well, yeah, it didn't make it to Northern Virginia.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But Costco is, right, Sharon?
I was going to say I was a little annoyed I didn't know about this several years ago because I love quinoa. And I
And
always do it
Costco
on
has
phase
that
2, you
big-
know,
Costco
but I'm glad now.
now.
Costco has the big bag. That is. Okay, so
Okay.
we've got area code 802 that just joined us as well. Who's that?
302, that's.
I should know 802.
802 is Vermont.
Can I introduce a friend of mine who's on the phone, and later next week she'll be on the Zoom when she gets in. She's getting her book. Marilyn is on from Sacramento. So she's listening on the phone right now, and she'll be starting. I've been kind of coaching her over time, and she's going to be starting with the book pretty soon. So she's listening.
We already met, Marilyn. You're kind of late on that, Sharon.
Oh, okay.
No, we're grateful to have Marilyn join us. And Marilyn, you're lucky because you have a great coach buddy with Sharon. She is going to really help you through all of what's going on. So you are here for the first time. And have you looked over anything to where you have questions, Marilyn?
Well, I still need to get the workbook and the book and the material. Sharon did send me some pictures of the workbook on Messenger, and it was a little hard to read, but I did read some of it for the mindset.
Oh, cool. That's very cool. If you go to our fleshyourfatforgood.com site and go into the store tab up on top, and I would recommend, because she's going to work with you with the charts and the books and everything, see if you can get, you'll see it the first thing out. It's called a starter pack, I believe. Somebody can check that out for me real quick. But it's also gives you a month free of watching us in the kitchen cook the staples. And we really want everybody to continue eating Jackie's chicken salad, the 3 egg omelets, the crispy garlic Brussels sprouts, which I had some last night. Oh man. And lots of things there that you can just eat to your heart's content, and you will lose fat while you're doing it. So we're happy to have you with us. And, you know, any questions you have are not stupid, because this is a new lifestyle where we call it a lifestyle for a lifetime. So we want you to know everything about it. And Sharon is really fabulous at this. So she'll be wonderful to be your buddy.
Great. I'm excited.
Excellent. How much weight do you want to lose?
About 40 pounds.
Okay, so where are we, guys? We are in the middle of April.
You're at the end of April.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 27th.
Actually, yesterday was my birthday. I should have known that.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, not bad for 82, right? So April, we're at the end of April, let's just say that. So then we got May, June, July, May, June. July. Well, let's get the 40 off by August.
I like that.
Okay, good. Hi, Sharon Young. Thank you for joining us. Can you see me, Sharon? Oh, she's connecting to audio. Okay, so Margie, did you eat the quinoa?
Yes, we love it.
Awesome. Did you doctor it up like Michelle did, or did you just eat it plain with butter?
Just plain with butter for breakfast, you know, and it lasts for 4 hours.
I'm telling you, it really fills you up and gives you lots of energy. And it's great for bowel movements, guys, because don't forget, you got to have 3 to 4 a day.
I don't.
And we do about a cup. Is that too much?
No, that's 8 grams of protein. Cup each.
Yes.
Yeah, you can have a little bit more if you want, you know, let this lifestyle, as you know, I've heard you, you guys have heard me say, it trains the brain. Your body, after you start feeding it this way of life, is going to work with your brain, and it's going to be really weird because what you thought you'd really want more of, you start to take another bite and you go, no, I think I've had enough. Or you might sit there after a bowl of goat yogurt and nuts and go, this is weird, but I want another bowl of yogurt and nuts. And that's fine too, because you don't overeat, you don't undereat. And you'll see a lot of the interviews that we did on fleshyourfatforgood.com if you have a VIP spot. And we talk about this all the time. The goal is to keep you guys engaged every week and throughout the week, because this is support for you. You want the fat off like yesterday. I know what it's like. It was, and you guys know my story. You'll read about it in the book, Marilyn. It's right in the beginning of the book. Everybody knows. And the thing is, when I finally had the opportunity to look at myself, Michelle, you can relate to this when it comes to right when you have that, you know, that come to Jesus moment, and you look in the mirror and you go, oh, hell no, what happened? What have I been doing for the last year? Well, we've all been doing COVID. Everybody's been suppressed, oppressed, stressed. Everybody, you know, it got to the point where I'm in love with Instacart because I just didn't want to go out and go shopping and stand in the lines outside and all that stuff. And I'm learning with Instacart, you got to be very, very particular, because when they want to make a substitute, you want to make sure they don't make a substitute. Because when I ordered cranberry juice, not from concentrate, no sugar, just plain cranberry juice. And so apparently Vons didn't have it. And the guy thought he was going to make a substitute of cranberry cocktail,
Oh, God.
corn syrup and all kinds of garbage in there. And no. So, you know, you learn as you go along. But the bottom line was, I did not want this last year of oppression, suppression, stress, worry. I didn't want it to affect me physically. Now, in some cases it did, because I got sick with a very bad head and chest cold that went into a sinus infection. And I feel as though, you know, you can feel an atmosphere when it's seriously stressed out. And I was also watching my granddaughter who got a cold. And if I got the cold, boom, I would have been, you know, over, right? You take your Ambertos, you down all the stuff, you eat right. But I feel that sometimes negativity, when you're around negative vibrations and negative energy, it starts to prey on us, you know, it'll take its toll. And then it's like when I heard Wendy Kramer on another call, she said, I just gave up. I just wanted comfort food. Well, to me, quinoa with butter on it is comfort food.
Comfort.
You know what I'm saying? With your cinnamon and nuts, that's brilliant. Did you like the way that tasted, Michelle?
Oh, I loved it. And it even had a little extra crunch with the nuts.
Mm.
Although I have to say, I'm probably saving myself just a little bit of money because I didn't eat as much goat milk, yogurt, and nuts this week.
Well, I don't want you to minimize that. How much were you?
No,
gonna-
I didn't. I still ate some, but I.
Yeah, well, inflation's taking place. So instead of $6 for the goat yogurt, it's now up to 8 or 9. But this is our medicine. You know, what did Hippocrates say? Not all at once, you guys.
Let your food be your medicine.
Medicine is the food, yeah.
All right. See, I knew if I could coach you to get in there.
Who said that?
Hippocrates,
Oh,
let your food be your medicine be your food.
Yes.
Okay. So the nuts and the cinnamon in the quinoa, Sharon, I know you just eat it plain with the butter, right? Sharon.
Oh. Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have it with
No, she's
salt too,
talking-
pink salt and butter and nuts.
Really? You put some pink salt in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really good.
Cool. And Margie, you just ate it plain, you and Bill?
Yes.
Okay. And Sharon Young, did you have some quinoa?
No, I've never had that.
Okay, did you watch the video last week?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so Sharon, I want you to watch that support call that we did last week, because it's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
So now I wanna know, are you guys, now that you've started back in and you're doing well, I'm hearing and I'm getting messages that a lot of you guys are really starting to feel more energy. You're getting your clothes are looser. All kinds of things are happening for you. How are the bowel movements? Are you noticing they're improving?
No.
I don't have them often. I mean, I have them every day, but you're saying like, 2 to 3 times a day,
3 to 4, yeah.
3 to 4. I don't. But I did notice them, like different with that quinoa.
My point exactly. But
Yeah,
with Michelle, that's going to be real important for you. So the 2 times a day fruit, remember, you didn't always have time for your
I
second.
don't always get this. I actually rarely, if ever, get a second fruit.
Okay, so that's not going to happen anymore.
What's not going to happen? Me not having second fruit?
You're going to have your second serving of fruit. I mean, there's like 16, 17 witnesses here. So say yes.
There are not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
How many are there? No, I got 10 right here. I must be one.
Yeah, we
And
are.
my dog's in the back, so. You're having 2 servings, you have to, and all those people that are listening in and watching, the most important thing in moving your foods through your entire pipes of life is having fruit a second time in the day before your dinner.
So if I was doing
Really?
quinoa during the day, whether it's with or without the nuts, how long do I have to wait for fruit? Do I have to wait 4 hours because it's a protein?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
protein.
That's why I'm saying you should have it right after your latte in the morning. And are those
I
nuts,
would have it then and I would have it later. I
are
would have,
those nuts soaked?
yes.
Okay, good.
So let me ask a refresher question because it's been a little bit. So I know I remember waking up in the morning, I would have fruit with my cran flesh and my vitamins. Then I'd go get my shower. Then I'd do my Osa latte because I can't work out in the morning, which I'm going to start trying to since I'm home. I might as well. And then before lunch, I would have fruit with another round of vitamins, right? And then 20 minutes later, have a protein.
Well,
Or do I want to do?
what was your
fruit at night?
protein, Barbara, after your latte?
I usually have like in the morning, usually a frittata or an egg white omelet.
See, she calls it a frittata too.
I know you're from back east. What?
What's a frittata?
It's a
A
frittata.
frittata,
It's basically
eggs
baked eggs. It's a
with,
quiche without a crust. Is kind of what it is. But
yes,
it also
correct.
doesn't have dairy in it. Like, you know, like quiche usually has a lot of milk.
Mhm.
But
They're highfalutin. Excuse me, it's a frittata. Okay, so we call it either a veggie egg omelet or a veggie egg muffin. Nobody's talking about Jackie's chicken salad.
Well, lunch would be I would have Jackie's chicken salad for lunch. So that's what I was planning on doing again.
Okay, good.
But do I do fruit again? I forget.
Or,
I haven't gotten my book yet.
that's why you're here, babe. Just
I
ask.
know. So do I do fruit a third time? Or only twice a day?
Okay, listen up.
Okay.
You have your fruit,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have your latte.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have your frittata or your 3-egg omelet or Jackie's chicken salad or goat yogurt and nuts
Yes.
or quinoa. You could
Right.
have steak and eggs. You could have salmon and grilled veggies, whatever it is. But I want you guys to get back on a regular routine of Jackie's chicken salad. We're not here because we're close to getting into phase 2.
No.
We're here because we are in boot camp and we need, for you women, do we have any men on? Where's Bill? Bill's not here.
Not tonight.
Okay, well, from when Bill's here, we'll address him as a man. So for you women, you can lose 3 to 4 pounds a week of adipose tissue. So do the math. If you're serious about this and you follow this to a T, by the end of the month, you could have a good 12 pounds of fat off of you. Now, don't get on the scale because while you're eating like this, you're going to build bone and muscle. And when you read the article, Juanita, you will see that it helps to build bone cells and all kinds of things and muscles. So what you're going to do, Barbara, is break your fast with your fruit, your cran flush, and your supplements.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the CLA, GLA?
It's on its way.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know, because of the COVID thing, man, it has really ruined
I
delivery.
know.
And then, okay, so let's go. Fruit, breaking your breakfast,
Mhm.
right? Your fast.
Mhm.
Okay, breakfast. Then you're going to have your latte. And that
Mhm.
should be with a cup to a cup and a half of the proper milks. So the milks are what?
Well, I have the unsweetened soy.
Okay, good. I like silk. Have you guys ever had silk?
Yes, that's what I have.
Yeah, I like that. Goat milk, hemp, flax, but you can't do almond or coconut. Okay.
No.
All
Can
right.
you remind me why we don't do almond, whether it's milk or the almond?
Sugars? Isn't it sugars or?
Not enough protein.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I
right.
know that,
That's
but I
right.
feel like there's another reason why.
The almonds are pasteurized now. So unless you get them totally organic from somewhere in Europe, I guess. Sometimes you can, but then you have to soak them yourself and make your own milk. Who wants to do that?
Not me.
Don't have time.
Well, I mean, Trader Joe's does have an organic almond milk that I use in my store, not for me, but I use it in my store for some of my shakes. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with having it, but it's not beneficial for
Well,
what
the
we're doing.
almond milk is questionable because of the pasteurization of the almonds. It kills the enzymes inside. You can get wonderful almonds and cashews over at Costco that say they're organic. And then when you turn it around and read the back,
Yeah, no.
they've been pasteurized.
We have a store here called Mom's that's all organic, and that's when I first moved here, I remember telling you I was able to actually buy sprouted almonds from them. It costs a lot,
Yeah.
but I don't fail.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, but the thing is,
Exactly.
we're talking about life or death now.
Well, yeah.
And the choices that we make, like the first 3 or 4 Zoom things we were doing, the big question was, I wanted to know how old you want to be when you take your last breath. Did I ask you that, Barbara?
Yeah, so a long time ago.
Okay. So what's your number?
Well, I've got a 31-year-old and a 16-year-old, so I kind of got to be around a while. And probably grandchildren, parent planning is on its way once they get back from Singapore and get to their new duty station. So I got to keep up.
So you have a future. So
Yes.
so what would be the number?
And you know what? In 2 years, I will be free. So I'm all about my daughter right now since the divorce because I don't want stupidity. But you know what? Then it's my time. So
Well, I got news for you. It's your time now.
I know, but I'm focused on.
Now, when you wake up in the morning, you don't
Well,
have
yes.
time to wait. No, that's this is why it's time. That's why you guys are spending time every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard
Yeah.
Time, because you know the importance of what you have to do. If we can get by August 40 pounds off, who's that, Marilyn?
Well, I'm with Marilyn.
So all through July, you should be looking pretty darn good. But in August, you could really be feeling, it's going to be hot in August and you don't want all kinds of clothes covering you up. You
No.
want to feel good, but also we're not just talking about losing weight because you want to look cute.
No.
Okay. This is
It's health.
20 pounds overweight is linked to over 20 health conditions.
Mhm.
And they just found out, well, they found this out a long time ago, but it's starting to be revealed that the people that have the comorbidities and they're overweight are the ones that would get the flus and the COVID, and they would have difficulty making it through. They go into diabetes or they have heart conditions, all kinds of things. We don't need that. We can't afford that. And Barbara, you got kids, so give me a number you're gonna take your last breath at.
90, 95 would be good.
Really?
I still got things to do.
That's kind of young, babe.
Oh, okay.
You go 90, 95, what do you want? 90? Okay, I'm dead. I could have
No.
95.
All right, 100. Let's do the centennial.
Okay, the triple digit. I'll go with that. My number is 111. And every time if something happens where I'm not feeling good or I got a cold or I'm tired, I'm like, oh my God, I got to get to 111. What am I gonna, okay, more ambertos,
Yeah.
eat more protein. Protein is the building blocks of everything, even your immune system.
And then, Jackie, wasn't it when you're going to work out, then do your your oat latte after that, right?
No, well, it depends on when you're going to do it.
Evening.
Okay, it's when you like to work out is when you feel good and you have the energy to do it with the focus.
Mhm.
I'm not a morning person. I wake up and I have to find the kitchen, I have to have my coffee. Most people know not to talk to me until I've had it. So, and then, I get a phone call and it's like, what, and then, I'll say, I haven't had my coffee yet. And my friends go, oh, I'll talk to you later, boom. So, but that's only because
Yeah.
slow waking up. I've always had, hypoadrenal. My adrenals are
Same.
So,
And then I've got to be on meetings by 8:30 in the morning. So there's no time to try to think about working out in the morning. I'd kill somebody.
for you though, what I would do is make sure you have your fruit,
Mhm.
take your pills and your cran flush, And if you have to get up an extra 30 minutes so that you got all the stuff you need to take to work with your, or you're working at home, that you've got it made in the shade on that one. But then you have your latte. Now, once I have my latte, it's my coffee, it's the peptides, which are the proteins, that's gonna pep me up and get everything feeling good. I love the cinnamon because that deals with balancing your hormones. I like the cayenne pepper because it helps. There's so much good in the cayenne pepper, just a dash of that. Well, it starts to heat up your body a little bit. You know, that's what's good about it. Makes your organs sweat inside. But also, it's loaded with all kinds of nutrients to boost you up. So you have your latte with your coffee in there, your osaline, any of peptides that you're putting in there, and your milks. Your milks to a cup and a half, you're looking at a good 8 to 12 grams of protein right there, along with the peptides. If you have your quinoa or your 3-egg omelet or your frittata or your whatever else, your goat yogurt, whatever, your body has now been neutralized. You know, it's, we call it nutrifying. You nutrified your body and your body feels as though it's well fed to face the day. But you have to be on the phone by 8:30. So when are you off the phone?
Remember I told you we're opening that little hotel in Vegas right now? That very big 3 hotels in 1 hotel.
Yeah. You got a little bit of work there for you.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I do have 30 minutes blocked for lunch. And then I'm in meetings until at least 6 every night.
Okay, and then are you working at home now? You're not?
Yes. I mean, I like today I sat up and I'm like, I've been sitting so long I couldn't even stand. It's bad. I've got to get a standing desk or something for in my office.
Yeah, for one thing, what you have to do is you have to get a cycle, a desk cycle.
Yeah.
I put it in the, I don't know if you guys saw me post a desk cycle in
Yes.
Okay, good. You need one of those. And you cannot continue to sit for long periods of time.
No, I mean, I have a Nordic Track treadmill in my breakfast nook in my kitchen. I need to get a thing to put in front of there or something on it so I can put my laptop on it and at least walk when I'm on meetings I just have to listen
It's
to.
all about, it's walking, right? You can walk on the picture. You need 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And that doesn't mean you eat while you're doing it. You have to swing your arms, you have to breathe, open up your chest cavity, and the more oxygen you take in, that energy is going to go straight to your muscles, which instigates burning of fat. So you just don't think, okay, well, this is good for me. It's more than good for you. The exercise that you do while you're walking and you inhale and then you exhale is going to go, you inhale, and it's in our book, you know, how to do this, where you hold it and then you release it. But while you're holding it, all that you just took in is going to your muscles to instigate burning of fat. Everything you do right now has
Did you say 3 minutes a day? Did you say
30.
3 minutes a day?
30.
3 minutes? 30. Oh, I
30.
thought you said
Oh,
3.
Sharon, did you want 3 minutes? I can do that.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's really effective. 3 minutes.
Really?
Unless you're sprinting.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, right.
I
Depends on how
I
fast you're going,
misheard you. I
Sharon.
misheard you.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this all seems really complicated.
I mean, the rule always was you walk at a pace where you can have a conversation. You don't have to kill yourself speed walking. As long you can have walk and have a conversation and you're good.
Yeah, you don't, but if you want to pick up the speed for a short period,
Then you can.
you do that, and then you stop and you walk at a pace where you can breathe and talk. Yeah, but the main thing is for your lymphatic system, you want to be able to bring in your oxygen. So do not wear a mask. People are getting a lot of diseases from the mask, so do not walk with a mask on. Bacteria pneumonia is one of them, especially for the children. And then you want
Yeah.
to clock it at 30 minutes. And when I say habitual ritual and you're in boot camp, you have to be strict on yourself, Barbara, because no one else will.
Oh, I know.
Except for when you come here on Tuesday. And I'll have to kick your butt. But
And I was before, and then I fell off the wagon. So here we are.
I mean, yeah, you're human. And what's been
Yeah.
going on? This is how we started this whole thing. Because I started thinking, oh my God, all my friends, they, you know, everybody got isolated and they're all, you know, enclosed. And they, you know, we used to always be closer and everybody just started shutting off and shutting down. And the thing is, that is dangerous. It's damaging. And I didn't want anything to do with it. Everybody, and I knew everybody picked up some weight because when I heard the other call on the Thurston's call, I heard other people talking about how this whole thing just put them into a tailspin. Okay, we
Well, when you're home, especially if you're, you know, and working all day, I put my Fitbit on one day and I almost died when I realized what I wasn't walking in a day, just not being in the office.
right.
You know, I mean, it's pretty bad. You know?
Well,
So,
so that stops now.
yep.
It's about your heart.
Mhm.
It's about everything. And your bowels have to move. You can't, how can you have good bowel movements if you're not getting up around and moving?
Mm-mm.
You
You
know?
can't.
No. And then I just cleaned out 2 fish tanks. I know this sounds weird, but it reminded me of what happens in our systems when we don't have a good filtration system. When, you know, the fish and everything, there were like spider fungus in my fish tank like overnight. And I'm like, what happened here? And I started to clean up everything and get into the gravel. And I realized, my gosh, my filter wasn't working well. Now, what's the filter in our body?
Or,
Would think it was the liver.
Yeah, who said that?
yeah.
I did.
Juanita.
I remember a lot of that.
You're doing good. Try to move your legs. Okay, so our liver, and also the number 1 filtering organ in our body is what?
Gut,
Kidneys?
Yeah,
Oh,
kidneys,
the gut.
Oh, skin.
skin.
Skin. Okay,
So
yeah.
whatever you eat on Monday, if you're allergic to it, it's going to show up on Wednesday or Thursday because it has to go through the whole body. And then, you know, you always see this with kids. What'd you give her Monday? It's Wednesday and she's got a rash everywhere. Oh, it was the strawberries. So,
Or acne.
or acne. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Or-
sugars.
Well, there's no sugars in a real strawberry. That's nature sugars.
No, true.
If you give somebody, especially the kids, because it filters through their body real quick and then it's going to show up on their skin. You don't necessarily see what's going on with their livers, but we glycosylate in our liver. So, you know, we do a lot of conversion in our liver, and the liver is an amazing organ that we have. You know, you can cut pieces off of it and it'll grow right back. So, you know, it's time that we understand how serious. We're having fun and we talk, and I just love meeting with you guys every Tuesday, but I want you to know how serious I am for spending time in helping you guys get down to where you need to be, where you want to be, and where you need to stay. No more going back.
And I will say, and I wrote you this, but when you put this out on Facebook that you were thinking of doing again, you don't know how much that meant to me and got me motivated, because when I was at the end of the phase B trial, I guess, 6 years ago, wow, time's fun. But I was so excited for the 2 calls that happened that week. I would be on the call where we could talk to you and Dr. Jackie or Dr. Vicky like we do now. And then I think, was it Kathleen that did the other call? And I used to be in my garage on my treadmill.
Jennifer, I think it was Jennifer with us.
Jennifer,
Yeah.
I would be on my garage on my treadmill running cadences, listening to that call. I mean, it was like my sanity as I was going through a horrible divorce. And it kept me going.
You
So
did-
I am beyond appreciative for this.
well, thank you and you're welcome. And it does my heart good because as you guys know, I know how it feels when you look in the mirror and you go, oh my God, I'm here again. The thing is, you just said the word that is so true. It's in getting back your sanity. You should not have to wake up every morning and think, what am I going to wear? Because that outfit's not going to fit now. Or why are my feet hurt? You should not have to wake up in the morning saying, okay, I put on the outfit, and you look in the mirror and you go, oh no, I hate this. I can't stand this. You know, it affects your self-esteem. It affects how you feel about yourself. Even though you feel good about your accomplishments, you feel bad as how you look and feel. You know, just because somebody is what is that show, My Big Fat Happy Life or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that because I know that poor girl is going to be going into heart disease and diabetes. And there's cancer that shows up when people are way overweight. And there's nothing to be happy about any of that. And you don't know how bad some people feel, even though they can put on a good face and fix up their makeup and everything. So Flush Your Fat for Good is a lifestyle for a lifetime. It's a lifestyle. It's like you brush your teeth. You go to the, wherever you go and whatever you do in your life, that is your lifestyle. And if you let it down, who's going to be hurt?
You.
Yes.
Yep.
You're not hurting your neighbor. So, and Barbara, I don't want to hear that out of your mouth again. Oh, it'll be my time then when the kids get.
No, I meant it in a different way, Jackie. You didn't catch it.
But it's your time. Everybody, this is your time now. Everything you do, and you get onto that habitual ritual, and that's the thing I want you to just be like, you can just do it in your sleep,
Well, yeah. And it's easy. I mean, there wasn't anything to think about. So it makes me mad that I stopped and fell back into eating the Italian diet or this diet, which, yeah, you can have it every once in a while, but you gotta be able to be ready to control it too.
Yeah, for right now, you can't have anything except for phase 1. I'll let you know when you can go to phase 2, and we'll help you go to phase 2. But phase 1 right now is we are paying attention to our lives, our immune systems. Okay, never more has it been that important for us to pay attention to our immune systems. It's very important. And as we get older, the weight is crushing on our knees and our ankles, our hips, our backs. Barbara, with you sitting so long, you're going to have sciatica problems with your back. You don't need that, So okay, you're gonna, tomorrow, Barbara, you're walking 30 minutes a day. Put it somewhere on the schedule, somewhere you're gonna do that. Juanita, are you walking now?
No,
Why?
too lazy.
Okay, so get me the whip. No. Okay, you're lazy.
The storm, I wasn't here last week, but we had storms last week and the week before. I don't want to walk in the rain. I might melt. Sugar melts.
Now, where are you, Anita? What state are you in?
I'm in Texas.
I was going to say, I thought you were in Texas. Okay.
Okay, so
I
you-
lived in the Mid-South for 17 years, so I kind of got that little bit of.
yeah, but there's other things to do. You're gonna have to invest in something inside the home that when you're not walking, you can participate 30 minutes in, even if it's a death cycle or a, what do you call them?
How about a rebounder?
Yeah. Or even
I got one of those.
resistance bands would be good, but a rebounder's good too.
Yeah, but you need your whole body involved.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I
you can
have
jump
one
and
that
dance
thinks
around
it's
and
like
step
a
on it.
ballet bar. How
What?
about that? I
The
have one
bar.
that thinks
She's talking
like
about
the
bar.
ballet bar. I don't know what it's called. I've
Bar.
paid a lot of money for it and I've used it twice.
Okay, that seems a good investment. Okay, it's a ballet bar?
Oh,
Oh,
Yes,
bar.
and
Do a
I have two DVDs that will even tell me how to use it.
well, Juanita, how old are you, babe?
70.
What's your number for taking your last breath?
Well, I think I want to be 115 or older.
Well, then you better get your ass in gear, girlfriend.
I better. Yes, ma'am.
Get a death cycle or get a total gym or get, what's the thing, Barbara, you have?
Oh, my Nordic track treadmill.
Mhm. Or pull out the tapes because we're all gonna bug you next week and ask you how you did. So pull
Okay.
out the tapes on this
Will.
bar thing. I think I know what the bar thing is. You hold on to
I don't know what it's called. You can adjust it up and down and
Yeah,
it has
no,
a
do shoulder
mat that
Pilates.
falls out.
Oh, it's like a Pilates?
It's like bar, like the bar, BARRE, the ballet, kind of ballet Pilates movements. So lots of tension, which will burn.
Okay, well, do you hold on to it and then you move?
Yes,
Okay,
you can bet I hold on to it or I'd be on my face.
Oh,
okay, well, look, we're all getting older. I just
Yes,
had
we
to
are.
say yesterday, I hit the big 6'9". Woo, how did that happen? But I want us all to be feeling good, feeling young, high energy, and I don't want to hear you're lazy anymore, Juanita, because
Okay.
we're
all right.
just gonna.
But I want that I can take care of. What I need you guys, and I've got to go to another Zoom in a second. I need you to hold me accountable. I eat one time a day. I just finished eating just before I got on here. Now I do my fruit, I do my latte, but I didn't eat any protein till 5 minutes before I got on here.
Okay, so you're gonna watch when you get off this other Zoom thing you're doing.
Yeah.
You're gonna go on into the room and you're gonna look at last week's posted Zoom.
Okay.
Because that will be a perfect item for you to eat a bowl of quinoa with butter in it, okay?
Yeah.
And now that you just, bless me, Father, for I have sinned,
Yeah,
confess to us,
I did.
you're going to have to eat a lot more. Otherwise, you're not feeding your body in order to sustain many more years.
Okay, I have one more. I have a son in intensive care. He had a horse accident, he had a brain bleed. He's got 8 broken ribs, broken collarbone, no problem. Now he has pneumonia and it's
Oh,
kicking
nice.
his hiney because he's back on the ventilator. They had
Oh, my
taken him
God.
off. Now he's off. His wife just texted me and they're going to move him because they need to get him up and moving.
Yeah. Okay, so you need prayers.
Yes.
We're praying.
So I usually, but you guys have been, they're praying me through these 2 guys behind me. So I need you to pray for, his name is Shane.
Okay.
And so I don't think God's going to take another one from me right now, but he can do what he chooses, but I'm going to hold on that he's not going to.
Yeah,
So,
we're not going to picture that at all, Juanita.
no.
No.
He's healed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
who's
I
good?
appreciate it. I do have to go because it's a big training. So
Go
love
ahead.
you guys.
Juanita.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Prayers, babe. Okay. So you just never know, do you?
Mm.
No.
That's frightening because she did lose her other son and her husband. You know,
Mm.
he and I are in a club we never wanted to be part of. So, but Juanita's, and so we will. She just asked us to hold her accountable. And
Yeah.
eating one time a day, that's dangerous.
That was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad at that too, because again, meeting.
You know, you didn't, I'm sorry, because we got off on other things, but you started like saying that, so it was a fruit latte protein meal.
Let it digest and go back into your fruit.
Yeah, so it's fruit,
So-
20 minutes.
So
Wait,
after breakfast, wait 4 hours before I eat anything else, and then I can have fruit again.
Or if you want, if you're starving and you need to eat, then you eat more protein and count from there. Or eat vegetables, which will digest in 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah, that's right.
And then you just start over. Fruit, latte, protein, fruit, latte, protein. It's
Mhm.
simple.
But if you're hungry, eat.
Yes.
I know, the problem is that's why I don't get the other fruit in, is because it's hard to wait 4 hours without having.
Not if you do vegetables. If you do your protein after your latte and you're hungry 2 hours later, knock yourself out with, you know, the lemon mayo dip and several different kinds of veggies. You can also grill your veggies. I usually have a nice big plate of red bell peppers, asparagus, broccoli, mushrooms. It's all, you know, a big grill pan that I grill it on with the olive oil and the Montreal steak seasoning. And I'll eat a big plate of that. And sometimes while I'm working, I just put the plate right by my computer and I'm just noshing, you know, but that's 2 hours later and you're good for your fruit then.
Yeah, I can do 4 hours. I just
Do you eat enough protein when you are eating a protein meal?
maybe not, because.
Maybe you're not eating enough, right, in the protein meal to keep you full.
Right.
Well, how many eggs do you have when you have your egg frittata?
If I'm making it just for that day, I'll usually, you know, I could put no less than 4 eggs. If I'm making it, like you said, to make it for a couple days, like I've done it a couple times where I did like maybe 8 eggs or 9 eggs, and then just kind of cut it in thirds for.
In an omelet, but when you're making the muffins, how many muffins do you have?
The muffins I usually do, you know, like I'll bake a dozen of them, and then I usually just have 2.
Okay.
But that, I mean, I could have more.
Yeah.
Like even
Yeah.
when I make the eggs and veggies and I'm using like, you know, 8 eggs to make it for a couple days, I could probably devour that if I wanted to.
Oh, yeah, you should if you want it. Because maybe your body, like Sharon's saying, maybe you're not eating enough protein. You know, we don't make albumin in our bodies. We need it from the eggs. And there's a lot of great things that eggs have to offer us. And they digest a lot easier than other proteins.
Mhm.
So, guys, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. And next Tuesday, everybody please pray for Juanita because
Yes.
she's been hit
Mm.
hard. And so
Yeah.
her son's name is Sean, correct?
Shane.
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 Shane,
We
yeah.
know how to picture that situation and put it into our prayers. So we will do that. In the meantime, you guys are incredible. I'm very proud of you. Marilyn, if she's still on, I hope to see her soon.
Yeah, and she'll be on Zoom next week. You'll
Okay,
get to
awesome.
meet her.
Okay, great. And then we will talk to you guys later on. But Barbara,
Yes, ma'am.
you're in boot camp and I'm not in the house with a whip. So you're going to have to, and Michelle, you're going to have to eat more. Pay attention because you're doing fruit twice a day from now on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, guys. I love
All
you.
right.
We'll talk next
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Jackie.
Bye. Have a great
Nice to
week.
see you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.